Hello, my name is Jimena Giuseppe Chavez, and I'm here to introduce myself and share why I would be a strong candidate for the partner position in your firm. Can you tell us about a personal experience that significantly shaped who you are today? My childhood as a dancer taught me discipline, perseverance, confidence, and the value of hard work. Through dance, I learned how to express myself, stay committed to my goals, and push through challenges. Another experience that shaped me deeply was the care my grandmother gave me throughout most of my childhood. Her support, love, and guidance helped me grow into a more empathetic, responsible, and emotionally strong person. What has been one of the biggest challenges you faced, and how did you overcome it? One of the biggest challenges I faced was during my teenage years when I went through a period where I didn't really know what to do with my life. Everything felt confusing and I didn't know how to deal with those emotions or who to talk to. Over time, and with the support of the people around me, I was able to find clarity, focus on my goals, and understand the direction I wanted to take. Why do you believe you would be a strong candidate for a partner position in our firm? I believe I would be a strong candidate because I'm dedicated, disciplined, and creative. My experiences in physical activities have taught me perseverance, and my love for animals and people shows my empathy. I'm responsible, committed to grow, and I'm always willing to give my best. Can you describe a time when you had to adapt quickly to an unexpected situation? One moment when I had to adapt quickly was during the transition from the pandemic back to normal life. My grades had dropped, and I realized I could no longer allow that to continue. Even though it was a difficult and unexpected change, I used my focus, discipline, and perseverance to adjust fast. Thanks to those skills, I was able to improve my performance and get back on track. What long term goals are you currently working toward, and how does this opportunity align with them? My long term goals include finishing my university studies, traveling, getting my own home, and creating an animal shelter in the future. This opportunity aligns with my goals because it would allow me to grow professionally, develop more skills, and build a strong foundation to support my future projects.
Can you tell us about a significant experience that helped you to shape who you are today? Of course, one experience that truly shaped who I am was moving to another city to pursue my studies. That helped me a lot because I learned new things because I was in another city and with new whole people. So I learned to be more positive. I learned to be more organized and more independent, and also to do my things alone, to be with new people, to be more and be more extrovert person. What has been one of the biggest challenge you ever faced? How do you overcome it? One of my biggest challenges was managing a heavy workload academic plan during a stressful semester. I overcome it making a study plan, also stay consistent in all my studies, and of course seeking for help when I need it from my professors, from my friends, and also from my family. I've learned not only to stay organized, also to be positive in strong situations, maybe in a stressful phase of our lives. I learned that staying positive could be a very important way to know that those kind of situations could help us to grow out. Why do you believe you will be a strong candidate for a partner position in our firm? I believe I will be a strong candidate because I am dedicated and also organized. I'm committed to continuous improvement. I'm also a person who works well under pressure and knows how to work in team. I love to be the leader of the team, but I also can follow rules of everyone. Can you describe a time when you had to adapt quickly to an unexpected situation? Sure, one situation that happened to me a few days ago was that in teamwork, the member teams decide to change the whole plan of our project a night, just a night before the project. I organize our tasks, communicate clearly with my teammates, and work efficiently to deliver a cohesive final product. And that remind me how important flexibility and communication are to achieving a good goal in our final presentation. What long-term goal are you currently working toward, and how does this opportunity align with them? I think my long-term goal was to continue studying and build a career where I can apply all my skills, continue learning, and eventually take a leadership responsibility maybe in my own work. This opportunity aligns perfectly with that vision because it will allow me to grow professionally, gain hands-on experience, and contribute magnificently to a team that values commitment and high performance.
Can you tell us about a personal experience that significantly shaped who you are today? Well, I think being part of a volleyball team shaped me significantly because it taught me teamwork and perseverance, and also to being very confident about myself, because I think that's like the plus that sports can give you. Also, it helps you to overcome challenges that you would think that you would never be able to do, but you realize that you can do it. So I think that's why I think volleyball was very important for me in my life. What has been one of the biggest challenges that you have faced, and how did you overcome it? Well, I think the most difficult challenge that I have to face in my life, and I think I am not the only one that is going to tell this, to think the same as me, was the pandemic. When coronavirus arrived, I was in my very best days of my volleyball days. I was becoming very strong, and I started to play against girls that played very well, and that it was like a new challenge in my life. And when the pandemic started, it was difficult for me to be a part of my family, to be away from my friends, and it affected me a lot. I became a little bit more reserved. I was very, very extrovert, and now I think it is more difficult for me to socialize, but I ended up doing it. So I think that's best. Well, that's I think that it can be good. And I overcame it by, when the pandemic ended, I started to play volleyball again. I trained a lot so I could recover all my level, and it worked. It didn't affected me so much in that way, but I'm still working on my social on my social part like to chat with somebody new or to be a little bit more extrovert. I'm still working on that, but it's being good. Why do you believe you would be a strong candidate for this firm? Well, I think I would be a very good person that can help you with your fear, because I know how to work with other people and how to be a good leader without being disrespectful with them. I'm also very organized and very responsible with my work, and I also know how to listen um, to listen how I can be a better person. I know how to listen and to change myself so I can become better. I am very creative, and I'm very enthusiastic with what I am doing and all that I do. I really want it to be great. Like, I want it to be the best. So I think that are very well, I think it's something you can consider, so I can work with you and be useful. Can you describe a time when you have to adapt quickly to a new situation? Well, when I returned of the pandemic, I have um, to adapt to a new situation that I didn't know how to overcome. I didn't remember how to socialize. It was very difficult for me because I returned to school later than other people, like a month later, so they already had like their groups again, and they were friends, very close friends, that I felt a little bit left over because I can't socialize as well as they were socializing. But I think I made a really good work. I adapt quickly because I thought, if I'm not included in what they doing, I have to include myself so I would have friends, because otherwise I would have been like a antisocial girl, and that's a thing that I didn't want it to be. So I think that's a real situation that marked me as a person and that made me grow. What long-term goals are you currently looking for, and how does this opportunity align with them? Well, my long-term objective is that I want to keep growing in roles where I can help, where I can help guide the direction of this company and all the projects and stuff like that, and where I can be a leader. And currently I am working on that. I want to be more extrovert, as I was saying, and also I am looking to build more strong relationships
relationships with people or clients, so we can have more opportunity with them. And also this opportunity fits real well with what I am looking for, because it would let me have a bigger impact in people's life and take on more responsibility and keep moving forward in a way that truly motivates me. I think that's why I want to work in this company.
Can you tell us about a personal experience that significantly shaped who you are today? One experience that shaped who I am today was when I took the leadership in a role in a project where the team was struggling a lot with coordination and morale. I realized that effective leadership isn't about controlling outcomes but about supporting people, listening to their needs, and creating clarity. That experience taught me the importance of communication, resilience, and empathy. Values I continue to apply in every personal setting. Mm. What has one of the biggest challenges you have faced, and how did you overcome it? One of the biggest challenges I faced was managing multiple high priority responsibilities during a period of significant organizational change. I overcome this by breaking down each task, prioritizing based on impact, and maintaining consistent communication with stakeholders. This approach allowed me to stay focused, reduce stress for my teams, and deliver quality results despite the pressure. Why do you believe you will be a strong candidate for a partner position in our firm? I believe I will be a strong candidate for a partner position because I combine strategic thinking with a strong commitment to collaboration and client service. I consistently look for long-term opportunities that add value, not just quick wins. I also prioritize mentorships and team development, which I believe are essentials for sustainable growth. My experience and mindset align well with the culture of goals in the firm. Can you describe the time you had to adapt quickly to an experienced situation? In a previous role, a key client suddenly changed the scope of a project with very tight deadlines. I had to quickly resist priorities, relocate resources, and adjust the workflow. By staying calm, communicating the changes clearly, and focusing on solutions instead of the problem, my team and I were able to deliver all the project perfectly and successfully. It reinforced my ability to stay flexible and lead effectively under pressure. What long-term goals are you currently working towards, and how does this opportunity align with them? My long-term goal is to take on a strategic leadership role where I can influence organizational direction, develop talent, and contribute to the firm's growth. This opportunity aligns perfectly because it offers a platform to use all my strengths while counting to grow professionally. I see it as a space where I can both add value and evolve as a leader.